And we've also got in the studio right now an up-and-coming journalist at the Gisborne Herald, Maika Akroyd, and she's in the studio today to talk to us about all the big stories that have been happening around our region. Maika, tēnā koe, nau mai hara mai.
Kia ora Mike, kia ora mo tō pōhiri ki ahau, me te newspaper I tēnei ata.
Tēnā koe. So Maika, it's a pleasure to have you in the studio this morning on the 19th of November, and there's been lots happening here in our rohe.
Aye, heaps. Today, this morning, the opening of the new airport, have you seen it?
Oh no, not yet.
Insane, and I think one of the Lardellis are responsible for the amazing carving on the ceiling, so that's something that I'm wanting to go have a look at. But yeah, heaps happening this week.
So if people want to check out the story, they can look at today's Gisborne Herald?
Yes, absolutely. So we have retail stores selling paper all over the rohe. Also digital subscriptions online, and subscribing for the paper to be delivered to their homes as well is how they can get their hands on the Gisborne Herald.
Oh, nice, nice. So how long have you been at the Gisborne Herald for?
So actually today, Tuesday, is my 3-month anniversary.
3 months at the Gisborne Herald, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, choice. So what got you into journalism? What made you want to get into this line of work?
Yeah, good question. So I actually studied communications in Boston, America. So I went there on a field hockey scholarship.
Massachusetts.
Yep, Boston, Mass. It's actually north of America, East Coast, just like Tairāwhiti, north and East Coast.
Nice.
Yeah, so I studied journalism there. I didn't actually like writing for a lot of my schooling life, but now that I get to write about people in this community, about Maori and the things that we have going on, especially because Gisborne's so tight-knit, it's easy to network, that I've just loved writing, And so 4 years studied there brought me back home here, and I didn't think I'd land a job in Gisborne. I thought I'd go elsewhere, but the fact that I get to stay with my whānau here and work alongside people that I've already known, my whole life, it's been really rewarding.
So before you came back home and before you went over to the States, what schools did you go to? What was your upbringing like?
Yeah, so Te Wharo or Minster, Gizzy Girls, and then over to Boston. My upbringing consisted of lots of sport, so I loved hockey.
Yep.
I played all 5 years in the first 11 under Henry Mulligan. And then the coaches in Boston came and scouted me to do my university overseas.
Now, this is your 3-month anniversary,
Right.
but you're moving on to other pastures.
Yes, so with a lot of thought and a saddened heart, but also a lot of excitement, I'm going to be taking a job with Trust Tairāwhiti.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Are you looking forward to these new line of work? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So things like this, radio, a lot of comms, media, on camera, and that's my aspiration for my future career, and that's why I've taken this job, is to really build on the platform to get to where I want to be, which is TV, radio, much like Kano Lloyd on the project.
She's amazing.
Yeah, lighthearted news, that's where I want to be.
So 3 months at the Gisborne Herald, what has been some of the highlights in your short career at the Gisborne Herald?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, working with Ben Cowper has actually been awesome. I've got to develop my presenting skills. We started with the AMP show. We went to the Maori National Hockey Tournament that hasn't actually been held in Tairāwhiti since 25 years. So we got to cover that. And
I saw one of the videos where you were talking about the wonderful people who had completed the Titirangi Mount Everest Challenge.
Yes, that was awesome. We got to talk to Martin Tatare. He was the individual winner.
How many laps of Titirangi did he do?
I couldn't even tell you. Over 600.
Goodness.
And the summit is only 68, so he just totally surpassed the challenge.
Legend.
Yeah, absolute legend, and a great motivator on the hill as well. And we talked to Huringa Pai, who their whānau were the winning team in the Titirangi Challenge, and that's one of my highlights at the Herald, is meeting these types of people, and you never know who you're going to meet, what story you're going to hear, and how they're going to really impact your life, because my job is telling their story. I'm just, the people I get to talk to, even the smallest thing, I might hear a little bit about a story and think, oh yeah, that could be a story, and hello, I get there and it's a story and a story and a story, you know. Yeah.
So Maika, the Gisborne Herald have lost a young, talented Maori reporter. For young Maori out there, young people who are aspiring to maybe follow your footsteps and get into journalism, what's some hints and tips for our rangatahi out there who are probably still at school and wanting to get into this line of work?
Absolutely. So I really cherished my time in English class. I actually loved speaking. I liked competing in ngā manu kōrero and just developing a knack for words, how you write them, how you use them. And in turn, learning how to use your words to tell other stories is really important, because even using one word instead of another word might portray a different feeling for someone. And something that I've learned and will continue to learn is that when you're telling someone's story, you need to be really careful. And so for people out there aspiring to have a job similar to mine, where I feel so blessed, I get to go out to the community, talk to people, just to encourage them to keep working on their vocab, on their story structures, and their ability to really listen to someone, take in what they're saying in their story, and kind of find out, you know, what's the lead in this, what's the most important part of this, and what's the next question, like who will this affect, you know?
Yeah. Oh, thank you for that, Maika. Any last words you'd like to say for the people out there listening in?
About the Herald, or?
Oh, about anything in general, but yes, definitely the Herald, or your future aspirations.
Yeah. Oh well, one thing I'm really passionate about is if our young rangatahi are looking at going further in their sport, that there's so many international scholarships out there for them to do that, and in a range of sports: rugby, hockey, badminton, volleyball. And what Boston University did for me is paid a full ride scholarship, and that's something that I'm able to bring back to the city where I'm from and really use to my benefit and learn about cultural diversity. So if someone's wanting to look at that, for them to come talk to me would be great.
And but before you go, there's another story that you're working on at the moment about a young, talented athlete here in Aotearoa who's been doing amazing things.
He has. Tutiari Te Rona Lamont has just been named head boy at Gisborne Boys.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, absolutely to him. And he's flown into Reo. He's been to Worlds for CrossFit Champs twice now. He is the kaitātaki tāne for Turanga Wahine Turanga Tāne. And he's only 17. And the fact that he's already accomplished so much, it's just a really exciting thing for the rohe to be watching that space, you know.
Yeah, oh, and when you've got two parents like he has, driving him and pushing him and helping him get to where he is, it's a huge help. Maika, tēnā koe ko hara mai koe ki te kōrero e pāna ki tāu mahi. Well, no koutou, just remember that we've got Hilary Pickering from the Gisborne Volunteer Centre coming in very shortly. Nō reira, kia mau tonu mai. Choice, thank you.